Hello everybody. Well, we didn't actually go sailing this weekend. We've had 140 mils of rain in 24 hours, so it's rather wet here in Hobart. So now that we had a bit of a clear day today for Mother's Day, we decided to do some dinghy trailer maintenance for Piccolo. When you get a new boat, it's always a good idea to go over the trailer and just make sure that everything's okay. All the rollers, all of the attachments, the electrics, and of course the wheel bearings. So today we did a little bit of surgery on Piccolo's trailer. As in the past, she's had an extendable drawbar. We don't need an extendable drawbar for her, so we wanted to make it a more secure attachment so it would be safer for trailering up into all of the amazing waterways that Tasmania has that we're going to go exploring in. So it meant a little bit of welding and a little bit of ingenuity with rewiring the trailer. So I enlisted the help of the Kids Afloat dad, who is all about everything welding in cars. And while he did that, I took apart her wheel bearings, repacked them full of grease after a good clean, and put them back together again, ready to hit the road. As you can see, it looks like there's been some water ingress into her bearing buddies, and as we went back through the wheel bearing, it became apparent that it was a little bit more significant water ingress than we had thought. So we needed to strip all of the grease out and check that all of the rollers in the bearings were working, and then once we knew that it was all safe, pack it full of some lithium grease again and then pop it all back together. Little did I know that Jeannie had been in the kitchen making some Mother's Day morning tea for us, so after a quick break we were back to it.
So what we had was a bit of RHS put inside the chassis rail for the trailer and held on by a non-high tensile steel bolt. So the whole thing, you take the bolt out and the whole thing will just move. So that's probably less than ideal. So what we've done is we run a bead of weld, we've picked our length, we run a bead of weld around here, and we've had some holes that have been drilled for something in the past. So what we've done is done rosette or spot welds all along the length of the chassis to tie it all together, and then we've just popped our bolt back in under here with some thread locker. We did have a little latch for it, but now it's fixed. Some red Loctite on the nut, cut the end off. We've also had our trailer wiring running under the chassis, which was once again less than ideal. So we've taken it back and run it through the main cross member, and got a new 7-pin plug and a little bit of conduit with some heat shrink to tidy it all up. So yeah, it's a lot tidier and yeah, probably a little bit more structurally sound as well. Spinning.
Okay, so what we actually want to do is to move it to see if the bearing's tight enough.
Yep, that's good.
I'm guessing that means it's tight enough.
So 6 and 12, and see if you can move it back and forward. And you can't.
That means it is tight enough. And it's done.
Hold on.
So there you have it. An essential part of dinghy cruising is making sure that you can get where you're going. So it might not be as exciting as cruising around the waterways, but it's a good thing to do every year to make sure that your bearings are safe and you can stay on the road without any real hassles. Because nobody likes changing a tyre with a collapsed bearing on the side of the road in all the rain. So we'll see you again next time, hopefully out on the water. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.